Hello and welcome to Tea the Hushy Freaks. I'm Cydel.
And I'm Jade.
And that's a little intro into
What was the end of that?
I don't know what I wanted to say. Leave me alone.
This is a podcast about being sisters and growing up in Wisconsin.
You're right. Say that again. Because I just went, you're right.
This is Cheese, a Healthy Fruit, a podcast about being sisters and growing up in Wisconsin.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30 p.m., yes.
Yeah, which is much earlier than we recorded last week.
Yes.
When we recorded at like 11:30. Because I think we were done at midnight.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we got done around 1.
Did we do it at midnight 30?
I think yeah.
Yeah, we were done at 1. But we were going to record even earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
But I went on a tubing trip.
Yes.
A 3-hour tubing trip for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's usually how they go.
Yeah. My friend's aunt was like, yeah, it's only like 3 hours. Like, we'll be in and out, like, so easy. And then we got in, and, like, we were literally going backwards because there was no current, and there was a lot of wind. Because we've had a pretty good, like, drought going.
Yeah, we
for
haven't
a while.
really gotten any rain for most of the month.
Yeah, so the river was real shallow, and the wind was fighting us, like, half the time. And then when the wind wasn't fighting us, the water just wasn't moving.
Yeah.
So, like, I had to get out and, like, pull towards the end. First, we did have 2 boys to begin with that were pulling us. But then we lost one of the boys because he had to go to a date. We got...
Did you just, like, get out and walk?
No, what happened is... we got on the river at, like, 2:30, 2:15. And then, like, and we were going, and, like, we were like, this is starting to get really long. We've already been out here for 3 hours, and we're not even halfway. Like, and then the my friend's aunt was like, oh, we're almost halfway. Like, it's fine. And they had already run out of alcohol.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You there were only 3 people drinking. But he had already ran out of alcohol.
You've been out there too long. You ran out.
That's true. That's true. So they were like calling people to get them because they were like, there's a landing. And we need to find someone who will deliver us alcohol. And so like they found a guy who came and delivered alcohol, and
they found the plug.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He also brought us fry bread burgers.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Yeah, it was. And macaroni salad.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah, it was really good. But the boy, like, it was already after 5, and he was supposed to meet his girlfriend for a movie date at 5. And so he just went with him.
Okay.
With that dude.
Yeah.
Back to his truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then went to his date. So then we only had one boy, and then I started getting out of the tube and, like, pulling
the whole
tubes.
Group of you.
The whole groups of tubes, yeah. Because I'm actually, like, kind of a strong swimmer. I learned how to swim.
Yeah.
Actually, I learned how to swim, fun fact, not from swim class, because I failed swim class.
Swim lessons.
Yeah, swim lessons. I failed the lesson 4 of swim lessons twice. And, like, that's when they teach you, like, the real swimming.
Yeah. Yeah, all the strokes and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't get any of the strokes.
I could never remember the names, so the lady ended up kicking us back. I almost made it to the very end. Like, I was right before the last class, and they kicked us back, like, 4 classes. It was so aggravating, because they were like, okay, now we're going to teach you how to just do a front stroke. And I'm like, I know how to do this. I've done this before. I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah.
So I was pissed. Okay, but you failed swim lessons.
Yeah, but I went to Germany a couple years ago, and my host student really liked to swim. She's, like, training to be, like, a lifeguard. And so, like, she's just a really efficient swimmer, and, like, we swam every other day. while I was there. And I had to try to keep up with her, so I learned how to swim.
So you had swim lessons in Germany. You went all the way to Europe to get swim lessons.
Yeah. Everyone I hung out with just loved to swim.
Interesting.
And it wasn't all of the German people, you know, like other host students
I didn't
that
go
I
swimming
went
at
with.
all the first time that I went to Germany. Yeah.
The other students that I went with, they were like the other American students were like, yeah, I don't, like, we don't swim at all. Like, I used my swimsuit once. But I also got a nice sunburn today because I tanned my back a little bit and I just burnt the back of my legs from my butt to my ankles. Yeah. It's bad.
It's really nice. There's also a nice, like, definitive line.
Oh, nice.
On the side of your leg.
Cool.
Yeah. It's okay. Yes. You're just evening it out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so should we get started with our story today, or do you have anything else for us?
Well, the only other thing I was going to say is that, like, on my way home, a firefly hit my windshield, and it was very sad. Oh. Because, like, they leave the, like, glowy
glow
thing
for a little while, and then...
Yeah. And I was like, no. Because I really like fireflies. Yeah. And I'm like, it could have glowed for so much longer. R.I.P. But he died. But I did see one in the front yard then after that. And I was like, go, little guy, go.
Run away from me.
I mean, there aren't any cars in our front yard most of the time. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. Also, I apologize. I am supposed to be leading the story today, but I went to Six Flags in Illinois yesterday and did not get much sleep last night. And I may have taken a super long nap today, so I'm a little bit out of it. I also definitely have had multiple head injuries, so going on roller coasters is not as fun as it used to be. So I definitely have a little bit of a headache from yesterday, so we're powering through, so I might have to pause in the middle of my sentences. I apologize to Cydel and to you guys, because it'll probably be a little bit choppy if we have to do any editing. So, ready to get into this?
Yeah.
Okay, so, in honor of the fact that our father, Milton, is turning 51 a couple days from the time of this recording.
Yeah.
So he will be 51.
He'll probably already be like 51, 52 by the
almost
time.
52, yeah. By the time that this is actually going up anywhere. But in honor of him, I'm going to talk about one of his favorite things and why this thing absolutely fucking hates me. Okay. This story was inspired by me seeing our dad on his bike today. He's biking around on the driveway. So, Milton's favorite things, in no particular order, are canoeing, camping, riding bike, fixing vehicles, redneck engineering, and cats. No particular order. Those are his 6 favorite things. Okay, so I am going to get started with the beginning of my journey with bicycles and just bike-related things that just don't like me. So, when I was 2, before Cydel existed, we used to take the bike with a wagon, like a cart, that attached to Dad's bike to daycare. Well,
that thing was great.
I loved that thing so much.
It was so much fun. I have like memories of like going through like bike tunnels in it. You know? Yeah.
We have a lot of memories with that. One of my memories with this was we were living in the trailer house still, and I climbed into the wagon without it being attached to anything. So if anyone has never seen one of these, it just has one axle with 2 wheels and then like a pole in the front to attach to the back of the bike. So this thing is basically like a teeter-totter. So what had happened was I climbed in and the back went straight to the ground. And I ended up putting the only teeth I had in my mouth through my bottom lip. So I have a really nice scar.
That's how you got that?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was 2 years old. Then, shortly after Cydel was born, we, as a family, went on a little bike trip, and I think you were in the, I think we were both actually.
Probably.
Yeah, we were both in the wagon, and our parents were biking, and we stopped to get some more water to put in our, you remember this?
Yeah. Yes. And I actually might not remember it, but every single time that we go by the pump.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember it because you were too little. Yeah. But we were going to fill up, and I was going to bring my water bottle over to Dad, and there was this, like, old-timey, like, water pump that was basically, we'll probably have to put a picture on Instagram just in case people don't know what that is, but it was just in a park.
It's like a big hand pump, like you have to
it was a hand pump, so you have to like sit and pump it. Well, this pump goes almost all the way to the ground, like the handle on it, and I walked up behind our dad and immediately got hit in the face. Which this poor man, every time that we have gotten into a bike accident, or rather, I have gotten into a bike accident, or he has inadvertently hurt us in some way, he always goes to our mom and goes, I'm going to end up killing these kids. I'm going to be the end of them. And it's not even intentional. Like, it's just going to be an accidental death thing. But we're still alive.
Yeah.
We've made it. Made it to adulthood.
Yeah.
He ends up hitting me in the face with this handle. And we had to go to a, like, clinic that was, like, off of the bike trail. I just remember they had to glue my face shut because they wouldn't put stitches because it was on my face. And I immediately pulled that glue off my face. Like, when we were in the car on the way home, I just sat there and I picked it off. So I have a nice scar on my cheek, too. Okay, so those are my first two little stories with bikes. Now into the juicy one. You ready for this?
Yes.
Okay.
You have a trigger warning?
I do have a trigger warning. Okay, so this story is going to get a little bit gory, so if you're not a fan of blood or the depiction of any sort of injuries, like, I know I get kind of squeamish when people describe injuries, so just letting you know that's going to be a little rough for the rest of this. I apologize. We're going to get started with this story, though. Again, trigger warning, gore. I was 9, you were 6.
Okay.
We were going as a family into town to go to the park.
Yeah.
You were on the tandem bike.
Yeah.
So, Cydel was attached to our dad, like, on his bike. So they were going together. And
yeah, it's basically like the same concept as the, like, wagon thing.
Yeah, but it's like a seat.
But it's got a wheel and a seat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, they were leading the pack. Then I was in the middle. Then our mom, Kristine, was behind. We live in an area where there's a nice hill that we have to go over. So, Dad and Cydel made it over the hill and then down onto the road, which is like pretty much at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, he asked me if I wanted to go faster, and I was like, yeah, go faster.
Yeah, because with the tandem bike, if like the second person is pedaling, it just gives you more power. Yeah. Like, they can't steer at all. The handlebars just hold still, but it helps you like go faster. So Dad was like, oh yeah, let's go really fast because it's fun. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose them. So my dumbass, who isn't like, I'm not bad on a bike by any means, but not great.
You're still a 9-year-old.
I was 9, yeah. I ended up trying to go super fast. And I just went down that hill. And all of a sudden, my front tire starts wobbling. And I was like, oh shit. And my pedals are going too fast for my legs. And I was like, I can't do this. The last thing that I remember before I blacked out was grabbing the left handlebar, the left brake, which if you don't have like a mountain bike, I don't even know what kind of bike it is, a bike with 2 brakes, the left one is usually the front brake and the right one is usually the back brake. If you're going down a hill, do not grab the front brake. If you're going fast at all, do not grab the front brake.
Yeah, don't ever grab the front brake first. Always go for the back brake.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll do what I did, which is go flying over the handlebars, which I'm just going to say right now, this part I do not remember. I blacked out, so I don't have any, like, memories of the actual, like, getting injured part. But, as my mother has told me, she was behind me. She watches me from the top of the hill as I am going down this hill. Bike starts wobbling, my legs go straight out, and then I go flying over the front handlebars. She is yelling at the top of her lungs, "We need to go home. We need to go home." So, Dad and Cydel stop. They're, like, down, like, the next road, so they're not that far away, but they are, like, a distance. Mom comes, like, grabs me, pulls me into the ditch. I am still blacked out, so I am not, like, responsive at all. I'm just, like, completely out of it. And a car was also coming over the hill at the same time that I fell. So they watched me fly off of my bike. And Mom, after she gets me off to the ditch, she goes and grabs the bike, pulls the bike into the ditch, and she's already put her bike in the ditch. That's, like, the first thing that she did. Then she goes to these people who are like, "Oh my God, what just happened?" and asks them if they will drive us to the hospital, because obviously I'm not in the best of shape. If you can imagine going down a hill on your face, it's not good. Mom goes to you two and basically is like, I'm going to go to the hospital with her. You guys grab the bikes and, like, get the bikes home. So what she says happened then, which I don't have any proof that this happened, so we're going to have to take Kristine's word on this one. You guys ended up biking home while Mom and I were in this, like, car with the strangers who almost hit me.
I remember riding in the car.
You weren't in the car with me.
But maybe I don't.
No, you weren't in the car with me. Because I remember Mom and I were the first ones to the hospital. You guys came later.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know I said.
Don't give the
okay.
line. Don't give the line. I have a spot for the line.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Right.
We got this. You and Dad ended up going home because we really weren't that far from home. Yeah. You and Dad ended up biking home, going and grabbing the truck, grabbing Mom and my, like, bikes out of the ditch, and then going straight to the hospital because it's just on the way. Mm-hmm. So I end up back to me and Mom. I ended up waking up in the back of this car, and the first thing I did was I went to touch my face, and Mom is, like, holding my hands down, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, my face is wet. Like, my face is wet. I need to get the wetness off of my face. Little did I know that half of my face had road rash on it. Like, it was really, really bad. The injuries were not cute to look at by any means. So I was bleeding. Most of my, like, face was just scratched up. So we get to the hospital, and then, like, we get into the emergency room, and they put us in, like, the very first emergency room and everything. Like, it was basically just rush, rush, rush. And then they started getting rocks and sand out of my cuts, which luckily I didn't have any super deep cuts. Mm-hmm. So it was fine. Not fine, but, like, you know, better than it could have been.
Yeah, it was like they had to do like surgery to get some rock out of like.
Yeah, or like I broke a bone or something because we already had another family injury, but that's a story for another time with a broken bone. You remember that.
Yes.
Yes.
I never broke a bone, so.
I know, I've never broken a bone either. Well, I guess you could kind of count what happened to me that day as breaking a bone because
all right.
When we got in there and they're cleaning me up and everything, when we assessed the damage, we realized I was missing like the bottom corner of one of my front teeth. So that, if you ever see a picture of me, I have a tooth that's a little bit green, and that's because I killed this tooth by flying down the road and chipping part of it and exposing the root. So this is part of the gore. I'm so sorry. We're getting into the juicy bits. I'm so sorry. So I had a root canal at the age of 10, the ripe old age of 10, which was a lot of fun.
You were 9.
I was 9 when this happened, but it was the summer, so
then
my birthday was
had to have
happening.
A root canal later.
Yeah, because they couldn't do the root canal right away because my face was still cut up. So, besides the tooth and the various other dental issues, because I had a lot of dental issues that went with that, and the road rash on my face, the entirety of the underside of my bottom lip was like just completely ripped open. So that's where they had to get a lot of stuff out of my face, was right like under my top lip. So that's why that like half of that summer I had like a duck bill because there was a giant scab on the inside of my mouth. It was bad. But one of the first things that the doctor actually said to our parents was it was a really good thing that I was wearing sunglasses, because those sunglasses were destroyed. And I think we actually have them somewhere in this house, but I have no idea where.
Kept everything from that accident as a souvenir.
Yeah, pretty much. We may or may not have a hoarding problem in this family. Hoarding is kind of a problem, but we're working on it. They said that if I was not wearing sunglasses, I probably would have had holes in my eyelids from the scraping, because it was really bad. Again, I apologize so much. I can feel it right now myself, so if you have any sort of like aversion to hearing any pain or anything, I apologize. Then, okay, let me switch to my list. I just wrote irritated for when Mom was holding down my hands in the car. I was really mad at her. I was like, hello, my face is wet. Anyway, beyond like my face, which is where most of my injuries were, because I literally rode my face down this hill. Like I just went like straight on my head down this hill. I also had my right knee and left elbow scraped up. Literally, like, it was like probably like a good like 2-inch diameter on either one. It was pretty much like matching scars. I don't know how I went like this, but that's fine. I caught myself with my face and then my one knee and my one elbow. Don't know how that happens. They're opposite sides too. It's not like I went down the one side. Not a clue. I just want to give like a quick assessment. Our wins were that I didn't have to get knee stitches. I didn't have a concussion. They tested for that right away. And I didn't have any vision loss. But my losses were half of the skin on my face, half of my front tooth, and the other tooth next to it also decided to just like RIP and peace out. So that one's also dead. So I'm probably going to have to get a partial denture at some point in my life. And then, of course, like the other injuries that kind of cramped the rest of my summer. But I was still able to walk and everything. So, yeah. But when we were at the hospital and I was getting all of my stuff done, the spotlight was not on Cydel. Nobody was paying attention to Cydel. So she had to deliver the iconic line, which was, "Do you want to say it?" Or would you like me to say it?
You could say it. I said I'm still in my PJs, so.
That's true.
Hashtag I'm still in my PJs. We need to make merch that says I'm still in my PJs.
Okay. The iconic line from Cydel, which we still bring up a lot whenever this story comes up, is, does this mean we aren't going to the park anymore? Which, thank you for caring so much. I am bleeding out of my face. And you were like, ooh, does this mean I can't go on a swing today?
Yeah. The other thing I cared about was, like, I also wanted to watch Back at the Barnyard because they were playing it in the hospital room. Yeah. But they were like, you need to leave. And I was like, but I'm watching TV.
Yeah, because I got my face all, like, fixed up and everything. And then your parents were like, okay, well, we can go home now. And you were like, but I'm watching Back at the Barnyard. You were totally fine, just chilling in the waiting room.
Yeah. No, it was in your room.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I just remember a lot of people poking at my face. It's probably because people were poking at my face, so I couldn't see what was happening.
Now you turn on Back at the Barnyard to make you feel comfortable, but yeah.
Oh no, Back at the Barnyard was also playing when my ex's family, like when his sister put her front tooth into his head.
Oh.
That's another story. We're probably going to have to talk about that at some point. But I also have a quick bonus story, even though this has probably been a really long recording, so this is going to be fun to listen back to.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, we're already at 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long episode.
Okay, but, like, that's not actually that bad. That was a lot shorter.
No, it's not long. Yeah. We start at, like, an hour. Like.
Yeah.
I kind of do want to be more than 30 minutes. Last week's episode was really short.
Really short, yeah. Okay, so my bonus story. Getting into my bonus story. I really need to cement the fact that bikes just hate me for some reason. Anything to do with bikes, just I haven't had good luck with them. So I don't know if we've told them. Both Cydel and I took German in high school, and I actually majored in German in college. That was one of the things I got a degree in, so very exciting. You may or may not hear me speak German at some point. Probably not, because I have huge stage fright, but that's fine.
We both went on exchange, like the same exchange. Was it during your high school exchange?
Yeah, during my high school exchange.
Yeah. I talked about it earlier on this episode, so.
The high school exchange? Yeah.
Yeah.
I went 4 years before you because I'm older than you.
Yes. Well, yeah, we didn't go at the same time because we were never in high school at the same time.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I left and then you entered.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2015, I went to Germany. And my exchange partner and I would bike to school.
Yeah.
So
me too.
Actually, I think my exchange partner lived further out than you did because my exchange partner lived in Niederhöchstadt. Oh, I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. And I think your exchange partner lived in Eschborn.
Yeah, she lived in Eschborn.
Okay. So I was actually closer to Frankfurt than you were. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we had a wild bike, and we went with one of her friends. In Germany, I just need to give a little bit of set the scene a little bit. In Germany, the sidewalk and the road can either have a 3-inch difference or a 1-inch difference for the curb. So what the fuck was that?
I didn't crack my jaw.
Oh my god.
I cracked my jaw.
That sounded horrible. Okay.
I cracked my jaw.
So there's either a 3-inch. There's either a 3-inch difference or a 1-inch difference. And by inches for me, because I know it's some centimeters. I'm so sorry if anyone is a centimeters metric person. I can't. Anyway, we were going from we went off of the sidewalk at one street. Then we were in the middle of the street. Then there was a car coming. So we tried to go back up on another shorter area, a little 1-inch area, and just go up onto the sidewalk again. The problem with that is I am a dumbass, and I tried to go up this sidewalk with the side of my tire. So I, instead of like hitting it straight on, just was like, oh, it'll be fine if I hit it at like an angle. And this tripped my bike pretty much. Mm-hmm. So I ended up falling off the side of it. Like I caught myself with my right leg, but I like fell completely off the bike. There's a lady across the street who's like, are you okay? Like she says that right away. And I jump up like I just landed a trick or something. And I was like, I'm good. And my exchange partner and her friend are in front of me, which they heard me falling because it was not quiet at all. And they come back and they're like, oh my God, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And I have to say, the only casualty was that I did end up like cutting my knee a little bit, and I ruined my favorite pair of shoes because they were made out of suede. And I took the top part off with, like, where my toes are. I just scraped it. Yeah. They're still in your mom's closet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With their hole in them.
I want to share my bike accident stories.
Okay.
From Germany.
Okay, bonus.
Yeah.
Bonus story.
Yeah, because we also rode bikes to school. And my host student was like, you know how to ride a bike, right? And I'm like, yeah. And I hadn't ridden a bike in like a year or two. Because, I had already gotten to the point where I was driving to school, Yeah. And once you start driving, you don't bike anymore. Like, you just drive everywhere. Especially when you're 16.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm driving everywhere. I don't give a shit about nobody. Like, you can't even walk anymore,
Yeah.
So I hadn't ridden a bike, and I was like, I was thinking about that, like, phrase that people, like, say, like, it's just like riding a bike. It comes back to you right away. And I was like, it'll be so easy. But they went so fast, and I was like, oh my God. And then also, like, their corners, like, I needed some time.
Yeah.
Also, like...
Well, their streets are so, like, tiny.
Yeah.
And they'll just, like, go careening around these corners. I was like, there can be a car at any moment.
Yeah.
Any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, insane. I think the bike was also a little bit the seat was too tall for me. Mm-hmm. So that also did not make it easier for me.
Yeah.
And we didn't adjust it at first. And I wasn't wearing a helmet because my host student doesn't like to wear helmets.
Rip.
So I didn't wear a helmet for a while until, like, I got into a couple accidents, and she's like, you should wear a helmet.
A couple accidents?
Okay, I ran into her one time. We were trying to turn a corner.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, I wasn't turning. And I went right into her and pushed her bike over.
She let you back on a bike and everything?
Yeah.
I would have been like, nope, we're done. That's it. You're a danger to yourself and everyone else.
Yeah. But then another time, we were biking and we were taking another turn and I wasn't turning. I went right into a car.
Oh my God.
And, like, Germans are very attached to their cars. Like, their cars are, like, very sentimental to them.
Yeah.
So I said, and she'll go into the car.
You're like, oh my God, excuse me, to this inanimate object.
I was like, oh no. And I thought, well, like, there was also, like, a woman who asked me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I think I kind of almost thought that maybe it was her car, but she was just walking.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry to the car.
Did you dent it, or, like, was it fine?
I don't think I dented it. I checked for dents.
Yeah.
I don't think there were any dents, but I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
That's pretty much the extent of the stories.
I can't believe you got in multiple bike accidents and I didn't hear about this.
I can't believe they were just casual bike accidents.
Casual bike accidents. You freaking knocked your exchange partner off her bike.
But I never like fell and skidded or anything like that.
Yeah. I guess you didn't injure yourself. You just actively were trying to injure others. And their property.
Yeah. It also, like, it made me really nervous. Like, they also, like, their drainage. Mm-hmm. You know, they're, like, little ditches in the middle of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Or alleys, I guess. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm like, this was just a sidewalk and now it's an alley. I don't understand. Some excuse shit. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, going through those, I had to, like, figure out, you know, at first I was just, like, I was not comfortable with those holes, so I just had to, like, get used to them and just be like, okay, you're gonna be fine if you go through the little hole.
Yeah.
Just, like, a tiny divot, but I was so scared.
Yeah. Okay, so, do you have any fun little things for us at the end of this?
I have cow facts.
Cow facts.
Okay, so, being from Wisconsin, like,
America's Dairyland.
Yeah, America's Dairyland.
Fuck off, California.
Yeah, fuck off. You guys shouldn't even be, like, farming cows. Like, you're asking Wisconsin for water.
Yeah.
Just ask us for milk.
Yeah.
You know, we can make your milk and ship it to you. Instead of being like...
Plus, we make better cheese anyway.
Instead of being like, Wisconsin dairy is illegal here. Yeah. You know? You could just be like, we just buy dairy from Wisconsin so that we can use the water for humans.
Yeah.
Because the humans don't have water.
And the almond milk. You guys can keep almond milk.
Yeah.
We're okay with
exactly.
that. Mm-hmm.
Half y'all people don't even drink dairy.
Yeah. Sorry to add California. We love you guys.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being vegan.
Yeah,
Vegan is cool.
Yeah.
So why does California have to make dairy? But like,
okay, this is a really long tangent. What about cows?
But we've realized,
yes,
I've realized that other people don't know this stuff.
Okay, yeah, a lot of people don't know a lot of stuff about cows. We had that ag class where we were talking about brown cows don't make chocolate milk. I'm so sorry if I just stole something from you.
No, that is so stupid.
No, there was a little kid who was like, brown cows make chocolate milk, and like all of us who are all like born and raised in farmland were like, I think the fuck not. Which we literally live like down the block from a dairy.
Yeah, we rent our field to a big dairy farm.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of milk.
Yes.
For a lot of places. I don't know what companies it makes it for.
Yeah, I don't remember who they ship to.
But I think they're pretty big companies. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, but brown cows make chocolate milk. That's some 3-year-old shit.
I mean, he was like 9 in the video, so like it's not his fault.
Oh, it was a video that
it was a video.
I thought
it wasn't
you had
someone
a student.
No, it wasn't someone in our class. It was like a video from like the 1960s or some shit. Like it was just like a informational video about like ag and how like it's important for it to be taught in schools, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to convince us that we should be caring about the class we're currently in as middle schoolers, which never works. Anywho,
I liked ag though. But
I did too. It was fun.
Yeah.
We learned about plants. I don't remember any of the information about plants, but we learned about plants.
Yeah. I also took the same exact class the next year in high school.
Yeah.
Called Small Animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I know all of this.
Small Animals
in 8th grade
was fucking wild to hear about because they'd be like people who took Small Animals would be like, yeah, I brought my dog into school today. And we were like,
yeah, they didn't let us bring our animals in.
Oh yeah.
They didn't invite us to bring them in. I think somebody brought rabbits one day, but they weren't in our class. It was just one of the ag students who was in FFA.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah. But anyway, people don't even know what a cow is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people have never seen a cow.
Yeah. And a cow isn't if you see a cow on the road, you know, there aren't boy cows.
Mm-hmm.
Those don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
So the overarching term for the species of animal or not, I guess. Yeah, the species of animal is cattle. Mm-hmm. So they're cattle, and the And a cow is a female cattle who has given birth, who has had a calf. And then a heifer is a female who hasn't had a calf yet. So then a bull is a male cattle.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a steer is a castrated male. So when they fix them, yeah, they become a steer. And then a calf is just like a baby.
I thought it was the other way around.
What? Steers and bulls?
Yeah.
No. Bulls have balls. Because bulls are the ones that are super mean.
Yeah.
Because they have all that testosterone, and they just, all they want to do is get out of the pen.
Yeah.
And breed.
My poor friend, my friend has a poor steer who they're using to tell if, like, 2 of their cows are in heat. And he keeps getting out because he's just sad. Because the bull's in with the ones that they know are in heat.
Yeah.
So they just he keeps getting out, and he's like, I just want to be by myself. Because he knows he can't do anything about the fact that, like, you know, the cows are, if they are in heat, he can't do anything about it.
Oh, these girls are mean to me.
Exactly.
All right, so here's some fun facts about cows.
Yes.
Cows don't have top front teeth. So they basically, like, mash their bottom teeth against, like, the roof of their mouth to, like, cut grass.
Interesting.
Yeah. They're just, like, I don't know.
Okay, well, that's a glorious face that no one else gets to enjoy, so...
It wasn't good.
No,
anyway,
I loved it.
Because I have teeth.
Yeah. Oh, darn. I almost don't have teeth in the front.
Yeah, you could be a cow.
I could be a cow. I have to have a baby, though, otherwise I'd be a heifer.
That's right, you're a heifer.
Wow.
So, in the main stomach of a cow, the rumen, up to 50 gallons of food can be held in there at a time.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Just for reference, tubs hold 30 to 50 gallons.
I was gonna say, don't we have a barrel that is like a 50-gallon barrel?
You're right.
Like that really big one?
Yeah.
That the possum got stuck in?
Yeah.
Which is also, we should talk about wildlife. Our wildlife stories.
Yeah, I don't know if I had that on here already.
Okay, so they can hold 50 gallons of food in their stomachs?
Yes.
Like the whole thing, or like in like one part of it?
Oh, just in the main chamber.
Okay.
So the stomach of a cow is split into 4 compartments because chows. Suddenly we're talking about dogs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Cows chew their cud, so they like spit up food and then chew it again, and then they swallow it.
Cud is like the like regurgitated food.
Yeah.
Joy. Yummy.
So like that's why chows.
Cydel, we're not talking about cows. Oh my god! Cydel, we're not talking about dogs right now.
Okay, so like that's why they're chewing all the time.
Yeah.
So the compartments are called the rumen, the reticulum, the ogasm. Oh wait. Oh no. I can't read my own handwriting.
I can't read it either, so I can't help you.
Maybe it's an omasm?
It looks like omasm.
Yeah. I also didn't look up the pronunciation, so sorry if I'm butchering these.
Yeah, my friend has a degree in livestock, so if she's listening to this, I'm so sorry.
And the last one is the abomasum.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right. Something like that. So, like, yeah.
We might have to have...
just, like...
Yeah, we might have to have, my friends come on and talk about cows.
Yeah.
Because they're a sibling group, too, so we can talk about being siblings together.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then, cows spend 8 hours a day... No.
All right, start over.
Cows spend 10 hours a day lying down, which is like, same.
Yeah. You're not special.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who doesn't spend 10 hours a day lying down?
Yeah. And then they also stand up and lie back down 14 times a day, which just sounds like a morning to me.
Yeah, it does take you a while to get up.
Yeah, you should just like wake up, go back to sleep for like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, sleep for 5 more minutes, and then I can't flip a freaking page. I wake up, I go back to sleep. I go and get breakfast, go back to sleep.
Oh my god, living with you during school. We need to talk about like getting ready for school and everything.
Yeah.
We just keep making more ideas.
Cows also are like very herd animals.
Yeah.
They don't like to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so cows only will go off by themselves if they're sick or if they're about to have a calf.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first cow arrived in the U.S. in 1611 in Jamestown.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And in the 1850s, nearly every family in the U.S. had its own cow.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Also, I just gotta say, if anyone can trace their cattle back to that first cow, because I know we keep records of the lineage, please let us know. Yeah. That's just amazing.
Yeah, I kind of want to know what, breed it was.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, there probably isn't records back that far, but if you can do that, dairy farmers, let us know.
And there are approximately 98 million cows in the U.S.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Or how many are in Wisconsin? We should learn that.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look that up.
We should look that up. I'm sure there's more than there are people.
I guess I'll look that up.
Pause. Quick intermission.
Wisconsin has 3,000... Nope.
I was going to say there's no way in hell.
Wisconsin has 3,350,000 cattle.
Okay.
In the state.
How many people are in the state?
And there are Wait, is this Wisconsin? Okay. I wanted to make sure it was Wisconsin. I saw Minnesota and I went, oh no. 5.8 million.
So not quite as many cows as there are people.
No.
It's not like Scotland where there's more sheep than there are people.
Yeah.
Which is still one of my favorite stats.
Mm-hmm. The hamburger debuted in 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis.
So we missed the centennial celebration of the hamburger in 2004.
Yeah.
Darn. that would have been a party.
I never even thought about going to St. Louis or the fact that St. Louis existed when I was 2.
Well, I'm also fairly certain that, nobody was celebrating the hamburger.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe McDonald's was.
Yeah.
If anyone lived through, 2004 and remember any weird, hamburger parties, I don't know. Please let us know. That would be wonderful.
And almost 2,000 quarter pounders can be made from one cow.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
I guess quarter of a pound.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Those are all my cow facts.
All the cow facts.
Yeah.
I just gotta say, that's a mood. I'm so sorry. It's really late at night. I am so tired.
It's not that late now. I feel like I've been recording.
Have we been recording?
Shoot, it's an hour.
Okay, I thought you were looking at that and you were gonna be like, oh, we haven't been recording, and I was like, no, there's no way we haven't been recording.
Yeah.
I would scream.
We Gucci. We're Gucci. All right. So congratulations. You made it through episode 2.
You survived.
Yeah.
I just need to do a quick little shout out. Go follow us on Instagram. It's cheese_a_healthy_fruit. We're probably going to be posting little snippets every time we post an episode.
Yes. And then you can also follow me, Cydel, at Cydel Powers on Instagram.
And I think I'm at Jade Powers with 2 S's. Mm-hmm. I never remember what my anything is. Whenever someone asks for my Snapchat, I'm like, hold up.
I have my Snapchat memorized.
Yeah, but I wasn't popular in high school.
In middle school.
Yeah. I got Snapchat right before I went to Germany in 2015, and I was 16 years old. So
yeah,
I only had it for like the last couple of years.
Yeah, we got smartphones late. Or I guess I had...
Bitch, we got iPods.
I had an iPod.
And that's when I got Snapchat.
Yeah, that's where I got Snapchat first, is my iPod.
We, for the fact that our father works in IT, are very slow on technology advancements in this household.
Yes.
It's okay. We're not salty about it, but...
Yeah.
Okay, well, this has been Cheese a Healthy Fruit. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. See you next time.
Bye.
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 Thanks for listening to Cheese a Healthy Fruit. Our cover art is by MJ Hennessy. Our theme song is by Melina Marchese. You can find her at melinamarchese.com. Follow the podcast on Instagram at cheese_a_healthy_fruit, Jade at Jade Powers with an extra S, and Cydel at Cydel Powers, spelled Cydel. If you have any questions or want to submit a story from your childhood, email us at cheeseahealthyfruit@gmail.com. Sources can be found in the show notes. You can find Cheese a Healthy Fruit wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. Subscribe to Cheese a Healthy Fruit and leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcasting app. See you next time. Bye-bye.